3. Alright, here we got Devin Butterworth with his top 8 deck profile, King Cold.
The one, the only. So I'm going to speed through the deck profile kind of part, because I've done this deck profile like 3 times and only very minimal changes. Only big change, I'm at 60 cards now for this format, just for the sideboard purpose. But we're going to speed through this. I'm going to kind of show people like the first turns of the deck, because I feel like that's the part where everyone misconstrues this deck and how it should be played. Everyone knows the leader, everyone knows the field. Into the deck profile, where to go with classic 4 super combo, best green super combo, Paragus Sacrifice, not Paragus Sacrifice. Draw 2 Warp 1, then we're going to the field count. There we go. Still 4 Onslaught, 4 New Ruler, should never change these numbers, always 4. Because I went to 60 cards, I bumped to a 3rd Terrified Realization, great card, give that Frieza kind of play an extra 5k. 2 Double Strike Field, awesome, it's Double Strike, Unison removal was insane. And then we're going to my negates. I got 3 Homicidal Clones.
Ooh, those
yeah, baby,
twos,
fresh judge.
Clean.
4 Royal, it's literally just a free negate and removal. And I went back to Dormants. Not so much that I need the floodgates that much, but strictly just so I can just get my turn back. This is my baby hatch. I just want my turn back. I'm gonna stop your attack, especially if you attack my Unison for a first test swing. If my turn's back to me, I'm going back at you. And then 2 Kamehameha. I love this card. People go to 25 because your leader effect. You just snipe a random card from their hand. The amount of times I steal people's secrets, their everything. I played against the Soul Striker. I took their only Unison on turn 2, and then they passed damage Unison on turn 3. So it's insane. Unison count, 4 Vegeta, 4 Frieza. Always gonna be that way. The 1-drops, 2 Paragus, 4 Berry Blue. He can interchange sometimes. He got sided out a lot. We do have 4 of this. Always going to be 4, and then some more counterplays. 4 Cooler. Cooler got so much better in this format. It's really insane. U7 Goku hit everything besides Vegeta, which you only play 2 Vegeta or play none sometimes. This card is nuts. Bad against Gogeta Xeno and usually Soul Strike unless they're on that weird God build. But this card is just nuts for U7 Goku, and then any other regular matchup, the new Trunks build, they're swing, I'll revive a 1-drop. I'm okay, window 1, I'll make you discard a card, and I'll put a 15 in the 20k on my turn. It's just wild. And then I went back to 4-drop Frieza, 2 Gohan, because I was scared of Slug, really, a lot. Slug is very hard, so 2 with a 5-drop Frieza. And then, of course, you guys know I love this card. I've been playing it for a while. It is the Fest Goku. So this card's nuts. I won a game. My Unison had 7 markers on it. So this guy became basically a secret rare, and then I won for a game. Overwhelms, I play 2 Bardoks. Just pressure. You can do Bardoks back-to-back turns, the amount of times you filter with your drop and stuff like that. And then the secret rare, I went away from the Kai. I now run Pan. This is for defense, but it's also for those insane clapback turns, getting a free 40k body. But it's definitely, you can fill your board with a ton of 1-drops or blockers and stuff and cooler counterplays. You can get this thing online. It's just you get your turn back. It does the same exact thing the Kai does, but free, and I don't steal a Unison. Half the time I don't want to steal a Unison because this one gives you so much value just playing your fields for free or minusing 1 or being a threat with Triple Strike. So that's what I went with that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the sideboard just really quick. I'm going to keep some of these cards, so I'm going to show you guys how I really play this deck a lot. Sideboard, we're going to run into Gogeta Xeno package, which, hey, won the entire event, so you should definitely side these. Shout out to the guy behind the camera.
Yeah.
Big and more. Your opponent cannot tag with 5 mana or higher. The new builds don't really run, they don't run 3-drops, draw the 3-drop Overwhelm Trunks or anything like that. They run the new Trunks, the dual attacker. So this guy's 5, Gogeta's 5, Overwhelm's 5. Everything is bigger than 5. They can attack with the 1-drops, which your field effect kills or your negate kills. It basically stun locks them an entire turn. 1 secret ID. For any matchups where that kind of goes wide, I side out a Bardock against U7 Goku for this. For a turn 2 clapback, I can fill my drop area pretty good. If they went aggro, I usually have a super combo and a field and drop. I can easily fill 4 pretty easily without minusing and play that and just get rid of some. I ran a single Yamcha. Just for Soul Striker or Blue, I don't want them to offensively untap too aggressive unlike a Kefla, so I just want them to warp 5 for it. 3 Bardock, this is for KP and Cooler. I didn't face either of them, but I was ready. Obviously, just KP and Cooler, you take away the combo card for Rival, and then their life combo. 2 Koitsukai, for any match I really felt like was necessary, mainly green and yellow. I didn't face any yellow besides Shenron, but I didn't side it in. And then a 1 against the green Turtles, which I sided in because it's U7 for Homicidals, and then Frieza kind of play. And then another thing for U7 Goku is Kakunska. So a lot of times, if you bait them into just tapping turn 4, you create a board on turn 3, a lot of the times they're going to want to play their secret, or their, not really a secret, but the 8-drop and swing at your hand. So you just easily Kakunska. There's no way in green to really stop them from looking at your hand and going over everything and taking a card out, but definitely stopping the attack, saving you an extra attack, and putting a new card on board because they just wiped your board. Putting this on field is amazing. So Kakunska is a great negate, and then by far, I think the best sideboard, and honestly, controversial, I think a top 3 unison in the entire game is this King Vegeta. He's insane. The top 2 really don't do anything for me. I'm not going to keep 3 open to counterattack with him, really, because I'd rather get the uptick that turn a sniper card. But the +1, I kill any card ignoring barrier. Anything that doesn't have some kind of permanent that keeps it safe. Or -X, kill X cards on my opponent's side of the board. This is basically just the end of turn button. I play out my entire turn, not worrying about what they're going to play during my turn. And I'm like, okay, do this, do this, do this. Okay, I have to pass turn. I will kill that card, that card, that card, or I will just snipe a random card from their hand. It's like, oh, you baby hatch me? Okay, kill hatch. My turn. Just kill anything and play Kefla. Kill Kefla, pass. They don't get to start. They start every turn with nothing. And then we're going to really run into just how I play the deck. Alright, go for it. Alright, so a lot of times you want to have at least, not these 4. You want to have these 4. Or you just want to have this one or Terrified. Obviously, this one's way better. But ideally, this one, this or Terrified, but one always new ruler, Beyblue and King Vegeta. And just cards to charge, really. So turn 1, if I'm on the play, I'm going to charge a card. And I'm immediately just going to tap new ruler. Depending on the matchup, usually first, I'm always going to take 2 life. I get to take a life with leader, draw a card for leader, take a life for new ruler, top 3 for new ruler. I don't want that card. That card's okay, but I can see some better. I'll take a homicidal. Bottom deck in any order, probably select maybe to the top. Pass turn. They attack you once, or they don't attack you. Doesn't matter. You untap. Actually, technically it matters this matchup. They usually attack you. Draw for turn. Go charge a random card. Immediately just tap 2, play your unison. After unison, you're going to uptick your unison, play onslaught, leader effect, take a life, leader effect, draw a card, field effect, draw a card, summon Berry Blue. Berry Blue is going to grab you 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to grab a copy of onslaught to your hand, shuffle up, just going to awaken immediately. Depending on the matchup, you're playing against yellow and you don't want to get like your unison tapped down or some things like that. You're going to swing your leader, and you're immediately going to crack new ruler, which will draw you a card and discard you a card. If you feel like they don't kill your Berry Blue next turn, you will discard this card, because you discard this, and then going into your, after that done, you're going to do new ruler this turn with Berry Blue on the backside, which is going to trigger you to draw a card on your backside, and then top 3. Don't need that. That card's okay. Suck Kamehameha. We already have one of those. Alright, we'll grab Suck Kamehameha. Sure, why not? Bottom deck in any order. And then next turn, you'll be able to pass, and you can just immediately revive with this, so you never even discarded off this. You hard drew 2 cards. And you ended this turn with always 12 cards in hand, and always either a cooler counterplay or a Cell Kamehameha open and your Frieza counterplay. You're in complete control. You don't have any free negates right now. You have the homicidal to protect your unison. Then you can block or activate that homicidal if they play something counter to play with that cooler. And then just slowly grind the game from there. You're the homicidal, make a token. You get Pan Secret off there, dude, every time. But truly, you just want to get a fat grip of cards and just play the deck. You don't want to sit there and stall like, oh, I'll take no life, I'll draw a card. Because as soon as you get to a point where if you don't have field cards to play, you just start to lose. It just happens. So you want to get a fat hand, get multiple copies. Like I'm going to charge one of these next turn. And now I have a field for turn for this, a field for turn for the next turn, a field for turn for the next turn. You're set till turn 5 already. Sure, like if someone attacks you a bunch of times, but you can also clap back right at theirs. You have a free 25k combo on turn 2. If you feel like they can remove your Berry Blue, you can combo the Berry Blue. You have a super, you have a homicidal, you have a negate. You can stop one of their counterplays. You can counterplay a different thing. You can combo out of their attack. You can get super far in this deck. I feel like it's a tier 1 deck. Not because it's just me. I think it's a tier 1 deck if played correctly. So, ideally, awaken turn 2 every single time you play this deck. There's almost no games. Maybe Soul Striker when I'm going first. I might want to save it if I can do like a super power play aggression turn with like 5-drop Frieza, 4-drop Frieza, Overrealm, and then a Spirit Bomb Goku. All that stuff. So, ideally though, I think this deck is extremely good. I think it could be tier 1. I think it is tier 1. I just think people have been playing it the wrong way for a while. I think you should awaken turn 2 every single game, no matter what the game is almost. So that's really it. I loved the event. I think this is insane. Super proud of this guy behind the camera, Brandon Corpuz.
Thank you.
Won the whole entire thing. Travis got top 8. Alex got top 16. I got top 8. I was only green deck. Got to represent. PPG, insane event. It ran super smooth. Everything was perfect. Judge staff, commentary. They had a great vendor here. Everything went super well, super smooth. We got here early, got out early. Everything went perfect. Shout out to Gamers R Us, best store. Shout out Seth and Eric, always the best owners there could be. If you guys never need anything from any products, singles, look at Gamers R Us on TCG, look at Gamers R Us on our website. Call the store, Google the store in Florida. You can call, make a pre-order for any sets coming out. We do pre-orders available for every set. So for next set comes out, set 16, right? Is it? I think so. Whatever the next set is, or the set after, always order from Gamers R Us. It's going to be it for me. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. King Cole, best deck.